Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you be watching this transmission. 'Tis I, Mike Martins, once again bringing you another Trends in the Housing Market, the hottest housing discussion live show where people call in on the internet. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'm taking the throne. I deserve it. Working hard for you guys and bringing you what's new in the trends in the housing market. Man, is there a lot to talk about. And the money laundering, we're going through now the money laundering saga. And it's nice. So it's going to be really cute to find out how countries are going to start telling their people basically how, one, we sold you out, and two, laundered money basically kept our economy going for this long. Criminals basically has helped our economy. We brought it up in the Trends in the Housing Market a few weeks, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. We were discussing how in Canada, our economy has been doing well because of laundered money. $200 billion through the country. And Canada's open for business, right? And we got Australia now. Ooh! It's just the beginning in Australia. You guys have no idea what's going to happen in Australia. Holy smokes, you guys, SA, listen to me, SA. You guys have no idea, Holmes, what's going to go down in Australia. I'm predicting 80 billion to 105 billion laundered in Australia and 17 billion in New Zealand. All right. Oh, yeah. What, $1 million, $1 million, $1.5, $2 million homes? The Australian proper's not buying it. How does that work? Okay, we got New Beginnings 101 in the comment section. Hello, everyone. Sending love from Australia. We got Tracer's Redder. Game 7 hockey later. Yeah, Game 7. Yeah, it's going to be the St. Louis Blues and the Boston Bruins from Massachusetts. It's going to be very interesting to see that final. And we are stuffed, says New Beginnings from Australia. I told you guys the connections. And you have all these real estate, these channels that have been going for the last year and a half. Now they're starting to kind of do Sydney, Toronto, Vancouver, London. It's like, no, I've been here the longest. That's probably why they're trying to cut back on my channel. That's probably why they're like, we can't give it to this guy. This guy's an idiot. Why are we going to let this guy get all the fame and glory for not only predicting this stuff and coming up, with exaggerated ideas that came to light. But no. Give it to everyone else. Give it to everyone else that lines up with the mainstream media. I'm happy here with you guys. I don't want to be big. Someone says, Mike, you should be a lot bigger. Your predictions are way out there and you're spot on. No. I don't want to be big. I just want to be with you guys. That's all I want. I don't care. I don't want to line up. I don't want to line like I've had, and I didn't want to bring this up, but it was last week I had somebody contact me from one of the mainstream media outlets asking if I wanted to do trends in the housing market, like 3-minute clip going over different stuff. And I'm like, can I talk about money laundering and what's happening? Like, no, unfortunately, there's some sensitive topics. And I'm like, click before they even finish a sentence. Click. I'm like, it's okay. You go ahead and find somebody else. Woo, it's a hot one, guys. The reason why I'm like wearing this like a really thin shirt here. Got the window open here. It's like 33 Celsius. It's an oven out there today. Broadcasting from Merritt, British Columbia. All right, guys, let's go over some channel news. So, my subscription base is growing. I'm almost at 10,500 subs. Thank you very much for sharing my stuff. The problem is my view count is gone down from 2.4 million views on average per month to less than 200,000. So it's done. YouTube is pretty much done. I don't know how long it's going to be till they allow me to live stream. It's going to be very interesting where we're going to go next. I think I might go... BitChute doesn't allow live streaming. Subscribestar, I think, does in a way. But I don't know. I'm on Subscribestar. I don't have one person following me on this. I don't even know what it is. I'm still learning it. And then I got my people on Patreon here supporting me. I got my 6 patrons supporting me and keeping this thing going. But anyways, okay, here it is, guys. Channel news. Trends in the housing market last week. If you missed it, it's right here. And the week before, and the week before, and the week before. We got pretty much on our 70th or 80th episode now on trends in the housing market. We got housing crisis discussion, delinquency rates in Canada going up, and that's not mortgages, that's on unsecured debt. And I talked about Morning Coffee with Mike on unsecured debt and where unsecured debt is headed. Then Australia money laundering fiasco. We covered that yesterday. I had someone in the financial, that works in the financial field on giving us some headway on what's going on down there. And yeah, you know, Chinese not interested in Australia anymore. No, it's not that they're not interested. It's more of that mentality where you can't fire me because I quit. No, you can't take your money out of your country anymore. Now with the social credit scores and stuff, every dime that leaves that shore is in your name. You know, trust me. What else? Yeah, just things going on. Morning Coffee with Mike. I'm not getting anywhere near the views that I used to get. I'm having a really tough time to get 200 views on some videos. So YouTube is doing a good job, I guess, throttling back my channel. What can I tell you guys, man? It's taking away the incentive in doing anything. And I don't know, guys. It's just getting to a point where it's like, if I can't express myself freely or can't, you know, I'm talking about friggin' housing most of the time. Housing is a problem now to express yourself freely now? We got problems, guys. I mean, I'm doing my best, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we got Daniel O'Brien in the house. We got BC Matrix saying to use DLive. Ralph Richards saying Twitch. Maybe I'll look into Twitch. And then John D saying, worldwide problem. Australia has become a joke where politicians have sold us the highest bidders for decades. Oh, yeah. Come, step right up. Come and get whatever you want. Buy our mines. You don't have to hire our own local people. Just buy our mines and we'll bring over workers. Don't you worry. We don't have to bother your locals for work. Gary Medeiros in the house here. Laurel or Scratcher in the house too. Good, good, good. Okay, that's the news from the channel, guys. Let's go over to community and see what's going on. We got a community here with graphs and stuff. Is this a door or a beach? That's a good one. I'm getting these fake YouTube threats that they want my password and they want me to, they're going to delete my channel. And just a couple of, who's ditching Facebook and moving to Minds? 63% so far are saying yes, they're moving to Minds. And no, 16%. And then 21% says they cannot live without Facebook. Then I asked, is YouTube, or should I say ThemTube, going to be the new CNN? No one watches that. No one watches CNN. I mean, if you watch CNN, then you shouldn't be watching me here. Yes, 79%, no, 9%, and then 12% says, what's YouTube? So, anyways, we got that flowing here. All right. So, let's move on. Guys, hit me up on minds.com. I got a lot of people messaging me from the channel say, hey, Mike, I referred you, man. I referred you, Mike. Because you refer people that sent you to the channel. And, yeah. And then you could donate tokens to each other. Tokens are free. You get tokens for posting stuff. Like, I got tokens for posting this stuff. There's my thing. It's watched by... And when I get 1,000 views total, I get 1 token. And then I could use it for the site. Or I could change it into cryptocurrency, into a crypto wallet. Patreon, thank you so much, Patreon. My 6 followers. BitChute is a nightmare, guys. I'm telling you this straight up. BitChute's an absolute nightmare. So the reason why I'm bringing up these little things here at the beginning of the show of trends in the housing market, because I'm not sure where YouTube's going to be headed, and I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on YouTube. So we need to kind of brainstorm together. Together we need to brainstorm and find another platform so we could all move together. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of people are saying, oh, Mike, man, you should be a lot bigger and stuff. I'm like, no, I don't want to be big. I just want to be with you guys. I'm not kidding. I just, nice, manageable, small, manageable channel that we could be together and just come and just talk a bit, you know? Okay, so let's go back to the comments here. New Beginnings 101, LOL. I watched CNN the other day. Oh my God, what a joke. I know, it's so much fun. And Danny Stevens says oil's collapsing. Daniel O'Brien says been weed eating. We have to clear 100 feet. Fire break. It takes forever. Oh, weed eating. Yeah, everyone's out. Look at this bead of sweat on my head, guys. It's so hot in here. And from Australia. Anshu Sinai in the house. Yes. Lower Scratcher saying Mike Martin's Walking Journeys live. Looking for, I'm not going to say the word because it's probably going to flag my channel. Guys, I'm trying BitChute. It doesn't take videos more than an extra amount of length. They don't do live streaming. I am on there. My videos are getting views. I got 15 subscribers now. There's some pretty good videos on there. I've been checking other people. Man, the F-bombs everywhere. Oh my God. I go to a channel. I'm like, oh, he's here from YouTube too. Click. What? Kind of like what's trending on YouTube. When you go to what's trending on YouTube here, it's all swear bombs. And if it's, this guy's gonna eat 30 burgers in and out. 30 burgers. This is trending, guys. This is what it is. Look, 100,000 views. You keep up the good work. That's what I'm talking about, essay. 30 burgers. You know, this guy's talking. He was like, yeah, man, he eats all these burgers, man. He's going to eat 30 burgers in and out. Wow. Beauty room makeover surprise. That's nice. I'm going on a trip by myself. Guys, I know now I've found the meaning of life tonight. I have officially found the meaning of life and what life is about, what to look forward to in life. Going on a trip by myself, lonely. 4.3 million views. This is so good. She got a facial too. Not bad. All right, let's move on. Let's move her on here. Okay, mine's Patreon, and I'm on Subscribestar. I don't have a single person following me on this. I don't know how it works, so I'm trying to figure this out. Apparently, I could stream on this, and apparently, I could actually post, like, heart post on this. So when I heart post, I don't have to go through YouTube anymore. Or BitChute. I could heart post on here. And that's it. Welcome to Trends in the Housing Market. Yeah, people are saying D-Live. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to give D-Live a try, guys, to try streaming. Yeah, it's scary. It's scary. And it's like, well, what happens then? Like, what happens to us just talking about real estate? What happens to us talking about oil? You know, what happens to us talking about some school got shut down because they had a picture of George Washington on the wall? Like, what happens? You know, like then, you know? Yeah. So, anyways, oh man, comments are going good. All right, Canada has never had more homes under construction at the same time. Yeah, lots of pre-builts going on, but Canada's not as big as Australia. Sydney, I dubbed it. I think it was 2 years back. I dubbed Sydney Crane City. Sydney, it was nuts. People sent me photos from their phones saying, "Hey, Mike, show this." I showed it. Really good footage in Sydney downtown and all these crane cities. That video got taken down, by the way, like less than a year ago. Canada has a lot of housing in the works. CMHC numbers show construction of new houses in the country's largest cities picked up in May. The increase puts the number of homes being built at an all-time record high. Canadian real estate under construction has never been higher. Residential real estate under construction. Yeah, this is a big-time deal. Wow. So people doing renos too, trying to fix up them homes to flip them. Equifax, I covered this last night. Canada's credit delinquencies are spiking. Seniors see largest increase. It's because seniors, you know, work their butts off. Seniors really work towards making this infrastructure what it is today. If it wasn't for them seniors that everybody, you know, kind of walks by and doesn't really give attention to nowadays. And a lot of people are severely disrespectful to seniors. I've seen it before. If it wasn't for them, the infrastructure that we see around us today wouldn't exist. Those people worked themselves to the bone. A lot of them did. A lot of them did. And now they're getting the short end of the stick, and they're borrowing money. People not getting money and people not getting the proper benefits they should be according to what the cost of goods are. If a senior was supposed to get some sort of a pension, senior's pension, worked all his life, they should be getting like $5,000-6,000 a month to live. Because if people were supposed to be getting paid what they should be getting paid at retirement, then that means people working would be more motivated to actually work their whole lives to get that benefit when they retire, right? Say, whoa, when I retire, I can live large, But no, it's not there. Yeah, someone's saying a lot of high rises, crane cities, y'all big time. Ashonshi Sani says, Mike, here is a topic for you. Sorry, my kids are crying. They're just always battling each other here. So, Mike, here is a topic for you. How do you benefit from this upcoming depression? Why don't we play their game short term? Yeah, it's shorting. Who do we short? Who do you want to short? What banks do you think are going to fall? That's pretty much up to you guys on how you want to short the market, because I ain't shorting nothing. A lot of investors are calling Canada the great white short because everyone's shorting everything in Canada, especially in the United States. They're shorting everything we have because it's so severely overvalued. Okay. Helicopter money coming soon. That's right, helicopters. That's what you got to dream for, guys. Yeah, Kevin Thompson, don't believe anything he tells you in the comments. Canadian residential investment drops for a fifth quarter, signaling a recession. We've been in recession for 2 years. This week's top stories: Canadian banks prepare for household vulnerabilities, and real estate debt drops to record high. Canadian household debt tops 2.18 trillion, makes the biggest jump since December. Imagine, and 200 billion? Or 200 billion of that was laundered through Imagine like 10% of that is laundered money. Canadian regulators ask banks to put aside 30% more for a rainy day. So Canadian banks don't have reserves, and I covered this already. We covered this last week. Canadian banks just don't have any reserves. They have no liquidity. People don't have two nickels syrup together anymore, and that's becoming a big problem because what's happening in the grand scheme of things, is that people, there's no liquidity. Back in the day, hey, put your money in our bank, we'll give you 5%. Hey, put your money in our bank, we'll give you 5.5%. Back in the day, the banks were doing well, people were doing well, people made money off their savings, they didn't have to put money in risky stock markets, they actually got, they got ahead, their savings would double in 7 years at 5%. But now it's gotten to the point where they're not even getting 0.1% on their savings. Why? Because money is completely worthless. Why has Australia and New Zealand cut their official cash rates lower during the GFC, yet supposedly a record unemployment and booming GDP growth? Yes, I brought that up on Morning Coffee with Mike. Yesterday's show, Morning Coffee was Morning Coffee. Well, this guy got 30 burgers, man. Man, I want to tape this. I want to tape this on VHS tape. I covered it on yesterday's show. We were covering this. Let me go to my channel. I don't know why it's doing this. Let me go to my channel. Here it is. So we got here, Morning Rants and Lifestyle. Here we go. Morning Coffee with Mike. It was this show here. Morning Coffee with Mike. Markets, Canada, US, Australia. The market's booming. Economy. This. Yeah, let's lower rates. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going good. Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, yeah, we're doing real good. It's like when you call a mechanic shop to ask them if they're working on your car. There'll be 4 guys sitting on your car at lunch break, right? Eating their lunch, sitting on the hood of your car. the guy would look outside, the manager. Yeah, I got 4 of my best guys on it right now. It's like, yeah. Why home flipping numbers could be signal a problem for a housing market. Ooh. Americans are back to home flipping game. It's just not as profitable as it used to be. Why? Because houses aren't doubling and tripling. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, flipping, bought a house for 60 grand, sold it for 68. Yeah, what do you expect? People flipping homes. I mean, houses. America doesn't play games. Here, let's see what this
the house flipping rates reached a 9-year high in the first quarter of the year. That's making up just over 7% of all homes sold nationwide. This is according to real estate data firm Adam Data Solutions. But is this a sign, though, that conditions in the housing market are actually worsening? Joining us now is Todd Tedda. He's Chief Product Officer at Adam Data Solutions.
Guy's cool,
and
man.
Todd, what do you break this down for us, because at first when you see the headline number, you say, hey, there's demand there for housing, but once you dig into it, this actually might mean that there is some weakness there. Why are you saying that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've tracked flips for multiple years now, and what we're seeing in the last year is some of the flipping stats are down across the board. So if you look at absolute number of flips, the dollar profit per home on an average basis, and even just the ROI, the percent of profit, if you will, on a dollar invested, that's down. So largely every key stat around flips is down. We think of flips as a leading indicator in many ways to the market.
Yeah, Todd, one of the other stats that are down, number of investors engaged in home flipping has actually dropped 11% over this past year. So why do you think investors aren't engaging in home flipping like they once were? Is it the fact that just profits simply aren't as much as they used to be?
It's partly that, but I think the primary reason and what we see in the data is that there's just not as many opportunities out in the market. Prices have come up. More and more folks are actually had entered the market of flipping over the 2017, 2018 time when prices were still escalating heavily. And the deals just simply aren't available for flippers to go find. So it's extremely difficult to find opportunities. Those prices have gone up and material costs have gone up, and it's really turned the business model a little bit on its head.
Todd, from what you've tracked and the data that you've collected, what areas of the country are seeing the biggest slowdowns?
Absolutely. So the Northeast is one market that we track. I think it was 16 states in that area where profits are down about 10 points. So something that you maybe made 40, 50.
Kind of interesting. Florida, Providence, Albany, Chicago, Nashville, San Antonio, Dallas, Riverside, California, and Los Angeles, California. It's always some of these cities that always come up on the radar all the time. Okay, well, flipping isn't profitable. Yes. Oh, let's Google. Buyer's market, the top cities with an increase in affordable housing. Okay, guys, I got a lot of people asking from the United States of America, Mike, can you talk on trends in the housing market tonight? Somebody from Hawaii is looking to leave Hawaii to find somewhere else in the lower 48 to move to. So here we go. Here we go, buyer's market. So cities in the United States. So this is for you guys living in Hawaii and a group of people watching trends in the housing market in Hawaii. So aloha to them down there. Okay, Charlotte, North Carolina, median home price $329,000. So these are detached homes, not semi-detached, detached, fully detached homes. Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, $350,000. Walking Journey is buying a house like this in Texas for about look at this, for about $210,000, so $225,000. So here you go, Dallas, Fort Worth. Austin, Texas, $369,000. Very spacious house. Look how big that thing is. Big balcony. I got a balcony like this in my backyard and my front, but it's not like so close to the street like this. It's like far from the street, so I don't hear cars. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Florida, $299,000. $299,000, 300 large. Oh, you got a little private pool, too, that's fenced in. Look at that. Little private pool on the lake. We got Portland, Oregon, 474. 470 is a tipping point of Portland, guys. We've been talking about Portland on the show for years and how the prices went from 210 to about 400,000 is the tipping point. It's Portland, Oregon. If you're in Portland, Oregon, hold back a couple of quarters. You're going to see prices go down. Same thing with Seattle. Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington State saw huge, Oregon State too, saw huge increases when foreign buyers tax went into Vancouver. A lot of people headed south of the border, a lot of investors. Median home price, $355. Where's this? Atlanta, Georgia. I love Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia, median home price, $335. Nice little library, nookie kind of looking thing there. Lots of beautiful windows, big backyard. Yeah, Atlanta's nice. Number 4. Lakeland, Winter Haven, Florida. How much? $231. $231, a nice house, nice and warm all year round. Yeah. San Francisco, Oakland, California, $954. So they probably put this in there as a joke because there's no space here. It's so tight. Living quarters are tight. You don't have much of it. Look at your backyard. Oof. Tiny. Oh, no, you got a little, you got some walkway here. I'm sorry. I hope that's not a share area where you share with other neighbors. And Des Moines, California, median home price $288. So you could pick up something decent there for $288. Not bad if you like to live in California. And San Jose, Sunnyvale, California, $1.1 million. Look at that little detached house for $1.1 million. I guess they wanted to put all different cities in here, but some of the cities we did cover here are severely affordable. Right here, Cape Coral, Florida, $299 for a beautiful detached house. So you got a bit here. Austin, Texas, $369 for like a mini mansion here. So you got space, you got places here that. So that's for you guys. I did this little segment of my show for people down in Hawaii who are watching me. Aloha from the Big Island. Okay, let's put this down here in case we need it for later. Alrighty then, move this to the end. We have reached the bottom of the housing market, but any rebound will be slow to come. Again, Australia, they're still telling people that, oh, the election just finished. Calm down, everybody. Now this is when the money laundering starts to get exposed. Woo! Interest rates are so low. Kevin Thompson says house prices are going up. Yeah, Kevin Thompson is trying to get people into this market. And lower don't lock in fixed rates. They're going go floating. Yeah, so we got El Porno. Yeah, El Porno and real Kevin Thompson in the comments telling us basically, do not take advice. These people do not work for me. Woo! Okay, one of the weirder responses to the Australia federal election result is articles suggesting that somehow all will be improved in the economy based on anticipation from ALP. Win was the big driver of the economic pessimism. I don't know about you guys, but I smell bullshit in this one. The view is most eagerously put forward with the respect to the housing market, where the story goes that as Labor was proposing changes to capital gains tax and negative gearing, people were holding off buying homes because of worries about house values. Thus, with Coalition winning the election, the market will now rebound. Guys, I don't know, man. Are you smelling that? I'm sweating, but I don't think it's me. I'm smelling bullshit. Now, I grant you, there is frequently not much logic with the markets. Yeah, with the amount of smoke and mirrors you guys propped up behind those markets, I'm surprised. I don't even know how those markets are still standing. Why? Well, your economy is based off housing. Greg Moffat says you can't blame people from Hong Kong who want to invest money into Canadian real estate. Just look at what the authoritarian Chinese government is attempting to do to citizens of Hong Kong. Yeah, for sure. Dude, look, Greg, I have nothing to, I'm not blaming Chinese. Look, hear me out. If I was in China and I worked hard and I built myself a small fortune for me and my family, and it was coming to a point where I was going to lose everything, I would consider moving somewhere else. But I'll do it legally, right? I'll do it by the book. I'll do what I have to do. Like, even if I have to buy my way in, like a lot of people do, right? But I would do the same thing too, right? You know, like, even if I'm a Portuguese, right? You know, let's say it's back in the 60s, 70s, and then we have the Salazar government there who could I'll take all my stuff, and I book a trip to Canada with my family and we sell everything type of thing. You know, it's not just let's pick on the Chinese. The Chinese are the biggest talked about topic around housing, because of all countries, they want to move their capital out of their country and park it in other countries. None of these Anglo countries were prepared for this, because they know how corrupt our politicians are. They already knew it was easy, right? Unlike the Chinese government, it's corrupt, but it tells you it's corrupt. It tells you it's watching you. It tells you it's screwing you, and it tells you it's taking from you. Here, they just pretend they're not doing it, and they do it anyway, right? And El Porno says, I don't know, Mike. I was being sarcastic in regards to going long-term floating rates. I don't like Kevin. Clearly, he is a flipper. IMF wants Australia sovereignty. That's kind of like what the thing is doing. Other countries are doing that same thing too. IMF is regulating certain countries and kind of ruining them. I'm not going to bring this up because that will shut me right down. Yeah, huge protests in Hong Kong. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, I grant you, there is frequently not much logic in the market. What a bunch of garbage. Yeah, okay. So, remember when we discussed Perth and Sydney? You look at Perth prices when they had the big mining boom. Then it went down 16, 18 quarters in decline. Sydney needs to do the same thing. That incline in Perth, where homes went from 360, 290, 300,000 to like $1 million, pretty much in less than a year, that all came back down. Sydney, same thing, 16 to 20 quarters to go before you start seeing realistic prices, and you can get first time home buyers in the market. You have to wipe billions and billions, if not trillions, of debt, of inflated debt. We gotta take the air out of the bubble. Whether we crash it or whether it comes out slowly, it's gonna have to come down. It's gonna have to deflate. All right. Sydney's ghost tower apartments increases as rental vacancies rise. Market hits peak supply. Oh, peak supply. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Here's something you're never gonna forget. You know, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, yeah. Sydney Ghost Tower apartments increases as rental vacancies rise. Market hits peak supply. What the heck is going on? Up until a few years ago, Sam Lasona's garden supplier store received all-day sunlight. But these 3 days from about lunchtime, a big shadow cast over his shop. We always knew that the area was embarked for development. We just didn't realize how big it would get. About 25 kilometers northeast of Sydney CBD, Mr. Lasano's shop in suburban Carlingford sits within a 100-mile radius of 6 new multi-story apartment developments. Build it up! Woo! It's going to be like China, all those empty condos and apartments. They're falling over. Daniel O'Brien says, today I saw that the average household income is $42,000 in the States. That's actually not bad because you're not taxed as much. And you could still buy a place. There's many places you could buy for under $100,000. So that's, it's not that bad, Yep, just like Vancouver, JS is saying, empty buildings. Woo! Yeah, keep them empty, yeah. Oh, peaks, market its peak supply? Are you out of your tree? This just started. We're just getting started. You gotta be out of your tree to think that it's at peak supply already? Sit back, enjoy the show. No one is buying. Yeah, you can't get fresh blood in the market. Do you know how many people want to buy? JS in the comments, do you know how many people really want to buy? A lot of people want to buy. Are they going to buy at those prices? No way. No way, Jose. It's hot, guys. It's a hot one today. Oh, Canadian housing starts to fall by 13.3% in May, says CMHC. Oh, it's got so much more to go to. Housing stats. Okay, average to be previously expected annual rate of 205,000 according, so what is this? Home stats. Stats decreased in May. Okay, there we go. 42,000 in Vancouver. Toronto, 19,000. That's in 1 month. Remember, 1 month, $20,000 drop in 1 month. I read the article for Toronto. Calgary, 10 large. Ottawa, 7,670,000. Edmonton, 6,500. Kitchener, 6,000. Santa Catarina, Niagara Falls, 2,200. Halifax, 2,300. Kelowna, 1,025. Prince Edward Island, 833. And Brantford, Ontario, 216. So they're moving, the biggest cities are moving it down. The biggest cities are moving things down, and multiple unit urban projects, condos, apartments, townhouses saw a sharp decline, fell 18.5% to 141,000 in multiple urban condos. So this is really, really interesting to where things, but I like the language they use. This very nice language to make it seem like it's all good. And this is, you gotta expect these things, You win some, you lose some. You gotta take a risk sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got Danny saying that St. Louis is winning the cup. I can't put anything up like that, guys. And unfortunately, it's just going to flag my channel. Yeah, if you lose one, it's game over in life. Let's keep going. Seattle housing market stays cool while Tacoma and suburbs keep up the heat. Okay, Seattle... Well, that's where all the tech jobs. What's going on? Well, Tacoma, Olympia, all those other cities are kind of growing only because no one could afford nothing in Seattle. Foreign investing in Seattle was so strong, you guys have no idea. They even have brochures and magazines in Mandarin and Cantonese to buy in Seattle. No English, just that, and they go to China and they bring people over on tour buses. They come over by plane, of course, and they get the real estate agent pays for their flights, and they organize a tour bus. They take them around. This was 2.5 years ago when Vancouver implemented the foreign buyers tax. Ooh, it's hot, guys. It's a hot one, guys. Yeah, no English. Brochures. I even brought it up the article. We read the article twice, actually. They would go to China and get customers. They would leave magazines at malls and local areas in China for people, potential investors to see, corporations and stuff to come in and buy up 200 homes in Seattle, and that's the way to go, man. You know, park your money in other countries, make other countries bring your problem to other countries is what's going on here. Debunking some of the myths about Seattle growth and the great golf course debate. So they're trying to blame the golf course for taking X amount of land. You know, that's a bunch of crap, because that golf course has probably been there longer than anyone in that city. Could the McMansions ban backyard cottages ease Seattle's housing crisis? So they're building these McMansions. They're building these mini mansions here in Seattle, so people could basically live. So people have a place to live, and you see that. Mini McMansions there for people to live. It's scary, guys. This is scary. So when people have to resort to living and downsizing their entire lives, not their jobs, they're always working to make money. Don't worry about that. They're always working. But then their standard of living goes down to the floor. Seattle renters and homeowners spent more than 3 hours Tuesday night giving public testimony around a plan to limit McMansions and increase accessory dwelling units. The question many looked to the answer throughout: could those measures help ease Seattle's growing housing crisis? So that's this McMansions. This is so scary. Astra flags money laundering concerns. So this is a place in Australia. Financial crime watchdog calls for audit to investigate buy now, pay later companies' compliance. So lots of money laundering happening. So we're going to start picking it apart as we go. In Australia with the money laundering, it's just getting started there. Canada's around 200 billion. So we're kind of working it out here in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we're not in a recession because of this. Because of this money has actually helped us. Kevin Thompson says prices will continue to go up. There we go. Foreign nationals jailed after West Australian authorities smash elaborate money laundering scam. Four foreign nationals have been jailed after admitting their part in an elaborate money laundering scam foiled by Western Australian authorities. The men were foot soldiers for an international syndicate which set up several Australian companies to acquire e-photos machines, which were then used to attempt to make fraudulent credit card transactions. Perth's district court were told that the men were recruited and sent to Australia to help steal money and send it overseas, but were foiled before any money could go offshore. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. All right, let's do some open lines. Who's here? Who's available? Who wants to talk? Guys, I'm hot as a dog. I'm really hot right now, guys. I am sweating really bad, and I'm going to end the transmission. See who we can get on the show. We got Stephen Thomas here. Let's see if Stephen's watching a movie today. Last time I called him, unfortunately, he was watching a movie. Let's see if he picks up. There he goes. Steve, what's up, buddy?
Yes, I'm having lunch at the moment in a coffee shop. Uh, in terms of money laundering,
Yeah.
I saw a show yesterday night, Australian time,
Right.
and the financial services industry is just going through some regulation changes at the moment with money laundering becoming more tightly regulated. So, especially in the self-managed superannuation fund area, which is basically private pensions in North America.
Okay. Is it going to be like? Are they going to?
1K.
I'm thinking that is it going to become like Canada with $200 billion laundered?
Yeah. So basically, the scenario at the moment is if we strip out the money laundering side of things in real estate, you would have stripped out most of the real estate boom in the last 5 years
Right.
in Australia.
Right.
So that's just simply the way it is, because. I mean, the people on the ground know that people who do this have an infinite advantage over and above everyone else.
Good. Did the money? Do you think, in your opinion, the money laundering has helped Australia stay out of a recession?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Good. That's what I wanted to ask you. Okay, Steve, I'm gonna let you get back to your food there. I know you're eating. We'll do a one-on-one show maybe sometime next week when you get some time. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Bye.
So that's Stephen Thomas. He was having lunch in a restaurant in downtown Melbourne, Australia there. And he's in Australia. I kind of wanted to get the heads up on him, the heads up with him, just to find out what's going on. Yeah, Australia too would be in a recession if it wasn't for the laundered money. Canada, the same thing. So this is nice, you know. We sold everything out, and then not only that, we sold all our futures too. We sold our jobs. We sold everything out, and a lot of people are like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, vote for me. Yeah, vote for me. I'm gonna help you. Vote for me. And look where we are today. Woo! Anyways, halftime show here. Guys, don't forget to check the channel out and subscribe. If you want to support this transmission, go ahead and share one of my videos. So if you're in Australia, there's lots of videos to share. If you're in New Zealand, there's a lot of videos here to share. Don't forget to join me on Saturday nights for Mike in the Night. Mike in the Night show. What are we talking about, Mike in the Night show? I'm not too sure what it's going to be about this weekend. I think we had a title on. We did Tariff Wars. We did Death of a Pension the week before. We did Marriage is Dead a week before that. So Mike in the Night this Saturday. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Be nice to know. And don't forget to follow me on minds.com. Here it is, people messaging me. Look at all these people messaging me on minds.com. Come on minds.com and join me, guys. Please come and join me. All the shows are up here too. It's like a new Facebook, but you get rewards for using it. And Patreon, thank you for Patreon, my 6 supporters who are helping me buy coffee. And BitChute. BitChute's a good one too, but it's having a lot of problems uploading videos. And Subscribestar. I have no idea how this works, but I'm learning it. And Subscribestar. Here it is, guys, if you want to join me or join us. I'm going to start posting like specific videos here privately. And it's only $1 a month. Current price, $1. That's it. $1 gets you some inside info, discussion, hangouts. So what is going on? If anybody wants to come on, I am sweating like a dog here. It is very hot here today, and I would like to see who is out there. Nobody is out there, eh? Everybody's watching the Game 7 of Lord's Stanley Cup. Everybody's watching the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. We still have 55 people watching. I don't mind. Yeah, viewers are dropping like flies, says the real Kevin Thompson. Good day from Melbourne, Australia. I'm Lostest in the house. Yes! Man, I'm hot. So we already covered Australia. Let's see what's going on in New Zealand. Let's see the top stories for housing in New Zealand. Let's see what's going on here. We already covered the U.S. All right. House prices reach all-time high in some New Zealand regions. So it looks like, but who wrote this? Is this organized real estate? Kiwi build falters. Yeah, well, we know that Phil Tyford wasn't going to keep up with the Kiwi build. We knew that. 100,000 homes in, 3 days? It's not going to work. New Zealand, teachers on strike. I spoke to a teacher from New Zealand last week telling me that she can't buy food. She can't buy food. After she pays her expenses, okay? And in the summer months, she sleeps in her car and goes to the gym and showers. And now the winter months are here. She has a room she's renting from somebody. And she can't eat. Here we go. I'm lost saying 23% of people are walking away on deposits with new land in outer locations. Oh yeah, we covered that actually. Walkaways. Yes, Melbourne has sunshine today. It's hot. Westpac economist picks housing market to rebound next year. This is from the New Zealand Herald. New Zealand's flagging residential property market is set to take off again. The housing market will fare over the coming year or two. So, or two. You know what I smell? I smell this. Gulo. That's what I smell right there. Housing crisis being labeled as human right crisis. Yeah, they've been talking about this for the last 10 years. Housing prices rise sharply in some New Zealand regions. New Zealand wants to make people happy, not rich. Will it work? I always thought New Zealand was about that, making people happy. Nelson pensioners stressed by decision to sell community housing. Refugees stranded at resettlement center in Auckland. They get stuck in Auckland's resettlement center because there are no houses for them to move into. Yeah, they're all empty and they're all foreignly owned. It's a hot one, people. All right, who we got? Anyone showing up here? I don't think anyone's going to show up tonight, guys. Either they're enjoying this gorgeous weather we're having, or Mike is sweating so much because it's like 33 degrees in here. Centigrade. All right, let's go over UK housing. No, let's go Dublin housing. New affordable housing scheme in Dublin to offer homes at prices. Yeah, that's not going to help. Dublin social housing schemes via architect awards. Dublin house prices almost 9 times the rate of annual incomes. 4 large Dublin housing developments seek permission. New housing scheme in Dublin to offer homes for 116,000 euros. The government needs to declare housing an emergency. Oh, it's big time in Ireland. The chance of getting caught is very small. The uphill battle. House prices to cool in Dublin. Dublin amongst the least affordable in Europe, says Moody's research. Oh, yeah. Ireland's in a huge heap of problem right now. No one could afford to live there anymore. And a couple of 100,000 euros for a house. But that's a bargain for foreign investing. Foreign investors went to Dublin and then they went to Belfast to buy homes. Oh, man. That was crazy. Last year, lots of foreign investing in Ireland, and it's really taken its toll. It's really hurt a lot of the Irish economy. Yeah. Kevin Thompson saying, Mike is poor. Supreme Council saying, it's funny how this money laundering prevented a recession, yet the number of homeless has skyrocketed. It's only prevention of recession because a bunch of money that shouldn't be there. Exactly. Woo! Ooh, Supreme Cannon, can you come on the show, buddy? I'm withering away here. It's really hot, and everybody's like, nobody's around. Everybody's watching probably Game 7 of Lord Stanley's Cup. So I'm not sure if Supreme Cannon could talk a little bit about this money laundering thing that's happening, and now it's coming out in Australia. And I'm ringing him right now. See if he picks up. Hello? Supreme, are you there? Hello, Supreme, are you there? Hi, Supreme, are you there? Yeah, he's not picking up. He usually has problems with his Skype. Not too sure why. Not too sure why, but he does have problems with his Skype a lot. But, we might try Google Hangout sometime. We might try Google Hangout sometime. Yeah, he said he heard me loud and clear, but yeah, tomorrow's a Raptors game, so I'm not gonna be making. I'm gonna be hanging out with my dad watching Game 7 of the Raptors. Man, it's hot in here. Oh man, it's hot in here. It's a hot one. Okay, there you go. Ireland, same thing. Scotland housing. Scotland has empty homes. More than 1,000 empty homes bought back in record-breaking year. See, privately owned, foreign invested homes. 18% of homes bought back are empty. That's it. Scotland has empty homes too. Keep these economies going. Yeah, sell it out. No, I'm not breaking a fever. I am not. Someone's asking if I'm breaking a fever. I am not. Okay, here. The Supreme Cannon's back up. Let's see if we can get working here. Come on, pick up. I think he's having connection issues. Because when you hear that weird beeping, it means that connection issues here. Supreme Cannon is unavailable. Alright, we'll try one last time. If we can't get it to work, that's fine. Someone's asking if the weather's hotter than normal. Well, I just don't want to sit in a room and it's 30 Celsius, right? In a room, and it's like your whole head sweating and, you know. Yeah, Supreme is not answering the phone. I hope he's okay. Yeah, he's having issues with his computer. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, so what are you guys up to? No, I don't have an air conditioner here. The house is too big to air condition. There's too many rooms in this house. There's literally too many rooms. It's just too big. I'm gonna have to get like 3 air conditioners. It is a hot one. Whew. It is a hot one today. So guys, what else was I gonna say? The money laundering thing is gonna get bigger. We're just touching the tip of the iceberg. How much were we sold out? How much did we sell out? How much did we promise? What did we promise? Are we going to have problems with people later starting to come back and creating more problems? You know what I'm saying? What did we promise from our country? We've already sold out our minds, you know? Like this is we sold out our biggest mines. No Canadian hires for years at Chinese-owned mine BC. So this mine is 1,000 miles north of me. this mine here. I'm not sure if it's a gold mine. I'm not sure what it is. And they will not hire Canadian employees. And we sold out. We sold everything out. You know what I'm saying? We sold a lot out. But on a good note, they use our healthcare when somebody gets hurt on the site. They will use our healthcare. We'll pay for the healthcare. No Canadian hires for 4 years at Chinese-owned mine in British Columbia, Canada. Yeah, Anon, you were telling me about this vMix software. They brought everything together, simulcast to both YouTube, DLive, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, etc., and brought in comments too. That's that. I'm going to start figuring things out as we go along, guys, as we proceed. What makes a channel? What makes a channel is it's the content. It's the person giving you the content. Like somebody could open a game store like mine in town, the same, but if the person isn't the same as me there, having fun, this and that, it makes a big difference. It's content on the channel, right? You know, a lot of my stuff does get mirrored on a lot of bigger channels, big channels. They never give a shout out to the little guy. I'm like, wait a minute, I said that word for 3 sentences in a row. You just took my video, and because you have 1 million subs, to make you look smart and bigger. When the little peons like myself that's climbing the hill, it's tougher for us. And now, not only that, it's just making it tough for us to grow now with all this bullcrap monetization. All right, let's try. Supreme Cannon says he's back.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, this and that, you know, the usual.
Right on. I am sweating like a dog, dude. Hello? Supreme, are you there? I think we lost Supreme Cannon again. Yeah, I think he's getting a bad connection there. Yeah, he's getting a bad connection. Hopefully he's free for Mike in the Night. Man, hopefully he's okay for Mike in the Night. And Sweatin' Bullets, that was a good TV series. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut. It's 8 o'clock. I've been here for an hour. I covered all the bases, all the major continents, even covered the US and parts of Canada. And we covered most of everything tonight. I am gonna call it a night, a day, an evening. I'm gonna go spend the rest of the evening with my family. And I want to thank everyone for supporting me on Patreon. BitChute's there if you guys miss me on YouTube. And yeah, BitChute's a nightmare. Yeah, Mike in the Night this Saturday. We're going to come up with something very clever, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry, it'll be on other channels. Rustum K is ending soon. Yeah, man, it's 30 degrees in here. I'm hot. And I've been here for an hour. You go back to the beginning of the show. We did cover quite a bit, actually, in a very short span of time. Yes, yes, sending all love. Yes. Yeah. New Beginnings 101, thank you so much. Anon, thank you so much. Platform. Yeah. And what else? Yeah, that's that. Guys, don't forget to join me for Mike in the Night. And guys, if I'm finishing early, go back to other trends in the housing market. Go back to Mike in the Night. Did you see Tariff Wars? No. Did you see Death of a Pension? No. Did you see Marriage is Dead? No. My videos are getting less. I can't even get over 100 views on some videos. So it's getting really bad, and it's getting real bad real fast. Comment below. Let me know. And Anon's going to be working on the back. Anon in the background is going to look at a multi-streaming platform so we could get rolling. Because I got good content, and a lot of places just shadow my stuff. I've seen it left to right, and people send me links all the time. Hey, Mike, this guy's just talking about what you said 3 days ago. I look, I'm like, yeah, that's word for word. Like, what the hell? Are we thinking alike, or is somebody running out of ideas, right? Yeah, it helps to manage calls, yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching tonight. Trends in the housing market. Nice, short, and sweet, to the point. And go ahead and share this video. And thanks for your support.